Hello, viewers. Today is September 10th, 2024. I'm here to share my thoughts and opinions on the US presidential elections 2024. Today happens to be the day where Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are going to meet for a debate at around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So I would like to talk about the news that's coming out from both campaigns and what they are suggesting that both campaigns are going to talk about during this debate. So first, from the Republican side, Trump's campaign has come out and said that they are going to go hard on the record of the current administration, mostly on economy. That includes the issue on inflation. And then they're going to tie her to the hasty withdrawal of the American troops in Afghanistan. And then they are also going to talk about the border issue and how the current administration has not addressed the border issue, and so many illegal immigrants are coming inside the country. So in all of this, they are going to call this administration as a Harris-Biden administration and not even Biden-Harris administration. So they're going to pin everything on Kamala Harris, and that is their strategy as per their campaign operatives who are talking about this on the national media. Then the second thing that they are talking about in the national media is how Kamala Harris is not a very capable leader. She's not competent enough to become the president. And they are saying that she's going to do as bad or even worse than President Biden in this debate. They think that she's not capable of answering questions. And so they feel like she's going to really find it very difficult to cope up the 90 minutes of the debate. So that's another expectation and talking point from the campaign. And then there are some others from the campaign who say that she has got a very high bar to clear. So they're saying this because they're saying this administration has failed on so many fronts. And so to actually come out of this, she's going to find it very difficult. But from my view, I don't think, based on what they are saying all along, stating that she's not competent, she's not capable, she doesn't have a very high bar to clear. As long as she can just be herself and talk about her policies, and justify whatever they have done in the current administration, the good thing. And then if they can come up with some kind of a narrative on how they are trying to tackle inflation now, and what kind of efforts that they have made on the illegal immigration issue, I think she would be fine. But again, there is a mixed message coming in from the Trump campaign. On the one hand, they say that she is not capable, but on the other hand, they are saying that she has a very high bar to clear. Nevertheless, let's see what happens in the debate today. So coming on to the Democratic side, from the Democratic side, the Harris campaign has come out and said that this presents a unique opportunity for them to introduce Kamala Harris to the undecideds. They want to at least make her project an image of someone who's serious about policy and someone who is serious about helping the middle class and the poor people. They do not want her to look like a California liberal. So they want to address all those kind of images that the Republicans are trying to paint on her. So they feel that this presents a unique opportunity for her to get introduced to some of these undecided voters at this point. In fact, in the New York Times poll, only 25% of the people said that they know about Kamala Harris. So they feel that they have a unique opportunity to present her in front of the national audience. Then they are also saying that they are very much prepared to receive the kind of insults and name calling that Trump might engage in this debate. They are saying that they know how he is very clever at inserting these kind of language even during the debate. So they are saying they're fully prepared for it. So overall, it looks like there is an opportunity for Kamala Harris to come out and say that she's not a liberal and a leftist, and she's more like a center-left kind of a candidate. So let's see how that pans out also from that angle, because I would expect her to really talk about her opportunity economy and try to convince the people that it is going to help everyone and not just a select few. So let's see how that happens. So then, apart from this debate news today, we also had another important news that came out of the Congress. So the federal budget expires every year. The fiscal year ends on September 30th. So the Congress needs to pass a bill for the next year, beginning October 1st. And at this point of time, both Democrats and Republicans don't have any kind of an agreement on the budget for next year. So generally what they do is they will pass a bill called the Continuing Resolution Bill. What it does is it basically keeps the funding levels for the next year, from October 1st, at the same level as the prior year. So that means there is neither an increase nor a decrease in the funding for each one of those departments. So if you look at it from a larger perspective, I think it's a good way to actually pass this bill right now, because there is an election going on. There is an election that's coming up in November, so you don't know who the president is going to be. So you should allow the president to come up with his own priorities and policy proposals on the budget once he or she gets elected in November. So it is good to pass a continuing resolution bill, and they also want to pass this bill till March 31st. Instead of passing it just for 3 months, they want to pass it for 6 months. That in and of it itself is also a good thing, because that freezes the funding, which is always a good thing given the fact that we have huge deficits. But what the Republican Party is trying to do, since they have the majority in the US Congress, they are trying to insert a provision called SAVE Act. What this is saying is that the federal government should mandate that the people who are registered to vote in a federal election are actually citizens, and no illegal or non-citizens are allowed to vote in a federal election. If you look at it, on the face of it, it looks very reasonable, but we have to understand how elections are conducted in the country. Elections are not conducted at the federal level. Elections are conducted in each state level. So each state is entrusted with the responsibility of actually registering voters. In fact, even the ballot for the presidential election is designed by each state, and within each state, it is designed by each county, because each county will have its own down ballot races. So there is only one ballot for the presidential election as well as the down ballot races. So each county will have its own design of the ballot. So that being the case, the actual registration of voters happens at the state level, not at the federal level. So each state has its own mandate to make sure that they register only citizens. So they will never be in a position to register non-citizens to vote in any of the states. So this act, the SAVE Act, is nothing but a poison pill. What they want to do is to make sure, at least the former President Trump is asking the Congress to include this provision on the CR bill. Otherwise, he says, just shut down the government. He is trying to at least create some kind of a narrative now, so that when he loses, if he loses in November, he can say that a lot of illegals voted. And that's the reason he's trying to frame this narrative right now. So I think Congress should not fall prey to this, and even citizens should not get sidetracked by this false narrative. And they should understand that non-citizens are not voting today. A lot of research has been done after every election, because the right and the extreme right always comes up with this after every election. When they lose, they will say that they lost because of non-citizens voting. So after every election, there are a lot of NGOs who have done a lot of work and analysis, and they found out that only citizens are voting in the election in the country. And so there is no need to worry about this non-citizens voting in this election cycle as well. So I want every one of you also to understand this, because this will become a bigger issue if there is a government shutdown. I still feel that they will not go down to that level, but let's wait and watch. That's it for me today. I'll come back to you with a different program tomorrow. Till then, take care.